Today's video is brought to you by Grey Viking Games. Click the link in the description below to buy MTG Arena codes for cosmetics, packs, and more. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing some Squirrels today. So Squirrels are now available on MTG Arena with Historic Horizons, Jumpstart Historic Horizons, which came out recently. And let's go ahead and check out exactly what that means real quick, because it's new. So Jumpstart Historic Horizons right here is a new format. It's just like Jumpstart was before. You can play it. There's a bunch of new cards in there. There's some effects that are completely brand new to Magic itself, like Perpetual. We'll dive into another video on that. I think tomorrow is what we're going to be doing with that. But today I just wanted to do something a little bit fun. First off, though, if you're trying to search up new cards, if you just look up Jumpstart Historic Horizons, doesn't find you everything. I found this out. Everything that is from the Modern Horizons set with this symbol there is not able to be found from the Jumpstart Historic stuff. So if you're trying to find stuff and you're having issues, that's the reason why, is because it's not just in that. They don't actually have a place for that. So you just have to know the names or search for them or just like look through everything, which I think is annoying. They need to fix it. I'm guessing they're not doing that because I think a lot of Modern Horizons stuff will probably be coming to Arena at some point, is my assumption. Anyway, so if you're having a hard time finding stuff, that's the reason why. So why are we playing Squirrels? And the reason why is because Squirrels are awesome. All right, so first off, Chatterfang, Squirrel General, 3 mana, 3/3 forest walk. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, put those tokens plus that many plus 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens are created instead. So any kind of token. So if you actually make tokens with treasure or whatever else, you can make a bunch of extra squirrel tokens. Right now we're all in on squirrels, but I do think there's kind of a way to make other tokens other ways. But right now that's what we're doing. And then you can also pay 1 black mana, sacrifice X squirrels. Target creature gets +X, -X until end turn. So we do have some removal with Chatterfang for any kind of creature, which is great. Then we just have a bunch of ways to make squirrel tokens. So Chatterstorm, it has Storm here. So anytime we cast a bunch of spells, 2 more mana, and we can make, potentially tons and tons of squirrels, especially in the late game. Or if opponent use a bunch of removal spells, whatever, we can then cast this only at sorcerer speed. So on our turn, so after combat, we maybe cast this and get 3 or 4 extra squirrels. We also have ways to just make a bunch of other tokens. It's hard to go through every single thing here, but there's a ton of really awesome squirrel synergies. It's been around with Historic Horizons for a while. I'm not sure if these newer cards that are just from Jumpstart Historic is completely brand new, but Squirrel Wrangler, 4 mana, 2/2. You can pay 2 to sacrifice a land and create 2 green squirrel creature tokens, or pay 2, sacrifice a land, and squirrels creatures you get +1/+1 until end of turn. So we have one of those in here. And Scurry Oak, not a squirrel itself, but whenever one or more counters are put onto it, we get to make you get to create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. And so it also has Evolve. Anytime that something with higher power than it enters battlefield, we get to put counters onto it, make squirrels, and that'll be pretty sweet. Especially with all the squirrel lords, we should have things with higher power than this, and so it should be a good way to go. That's the deck, guys. Let's go and dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, because there's just way too much stuff to talk about with this one here. So we're just going to dive into it. I'm actually pretty brand new to a lot of these cards too, so we're just going to figure it out as we play. Here we go. Hey, check it out. I got a deck box and it's pretty sweet. So if you guys want my deck box, a custom deck box, some sweet accessories, or this double-sided partner deck box, then you guys can check those out with the description down below. It's a 10% discount on all deck boxes, and it helps support the channel and my friend's business. Thank you guys so much. All right, up against Encode, and 2 lands, but a lot of 2 mana spells, so we're keeping this one. We are only splashing black because for the most part, we just have a few triggers or activated abilities that need black mana. I think there's like 1 creature that has black mana in it. So trying to splash it, not trying to get too many black sources out in the battlefield. All right. Well, let's see how squirrels do for us. So being able to counter loyalty abilities of planeswalkers actually might be useful here. And so we're going to go ahead and just attack in and pass the turn. And we're going to Verdant Command to get 2 creatures no matter what. Hydra Archive. Cool. Yeah, they just have a lot of stuff, so kind of terrifying. So target ourselves with both of those, of course. Get some dudes. And we do want to start just growing our squirrels here. The issue is once they have an Ugin and all of our stuff goes away, it's really bad for us. Okay, let's throw this out on green. We have Squirrel Mob or Chitterspitter. I think Squirrel Mob is one I want out first. Chatterfang is pretty good if we're making more tokens, but I think we're kind of done with tokens for now. I think we just need to get as much damage in as possible. And so let's go ahead and swing in, get a big 5/5 on the battlefield. Hopefully it doesn't die to removal here. There's Ugin. All right, so they can kill a Squirrel Mob, but we do get to kill Ugin then. So it just makes it 2/2. Okay, that's not as bad for us, at least. We can Chatterfang and kill this. And be able to then, I think, kill Ugin. All right, let's play out Chatterfang. So the issue here is that we get to kill this, but then Squirrel Mob gets smaller. I believe we still have enough to kill the Ugin, though. So let's go ahead and do it. So X2, target creature, sacrifice 2 squirrels. All right, kill Ugin. I mean, we're just hoping they don't have too much card draw, that they don't have the good stuffs here. Blast Zone is a little bit annoying. We do have 2 good 3-drops, so we need to get in for as much damage as possible soon. We can't play Chitterspitter while Blast Zone is out, and that's 2 good things gone. Oh, okay then. Wrangler. Let's hold off on that for this turn. Let's play out Chitterspitter and Chatterstorm. Two more squirrels. Enough to sacrifice something on the next turn. We definitely didn't get their life total down low enough during that. We had to deal with the Ugin. They got too much ramp, and that's the Ugin, and we're done. All right. So squirrels are fun, but there are some decks out in Historic right now that are definitely more fine-tuned and higher power, but we will get them. We will get them with the squirrels. I'm against Corantinho, and keep this. I love how I just go with whatever name's out there and no clue what's going on. I don't know how to actually say names correctly. All right, up against a squirrel mirror match here. Yes, so excited. I do wonder if we ought to have... There are a couple of things that want us to sacrifice whatever. This is only artifact or creature, so sacrificing a Fable Passage wouldn't work. Okay. All right. Verdant Command. They have a 2-drop. We do not have a 2-drop. I was really hoping there. No attacks, I guess. Pass the turn. I probably should have attacked in to try to get the trade here, but this is our way to draw cards. We're going to wait for a bit. We have Chatterfang. We actually don't have a lot of token generation. Chitterspitter, the nice thing here is that it is an artifact, so we can activate it right away. Green, tap it. Another Verdant Command. Yep, lots of tokens. That's what we want. No blocks, take 2. Well, we have our dude, our commander. So I think what we do is we go ahead and play that out right away. Do we want the trade-off there? I think we say no, pass the turn. I think next turn we're just playing Chitterspitter, create a token, opponent scoops it up. Yeah, we got the Chatterfang. They didn't hit the 3rd land. I guess that's game. We'll take it. All right, we have a curve. We'll keep this. Chatterstorm, not our best 2-drop without other things to be casting. So there is a changeling that is 1 mana colorless that from the new set that might be worth playing here in place of the Chatterstorms. We want more 1-drops. There's a need for 1-drops in this deck, and so that's probably a change we're going to be making. At the end of the video every time, I always kind of dive into the deck review, things we want to add, and so we'll dive into more of that later. This is another awesome deck. Yeah, Enchantress got a ton of awesome good stuff here. I really wish this was instant speed so we could respond to stuff. Like, not having that instant speed is really annoying. It would be crazy overpowered, but it would be great. All right, well, at least we have more squirrels on the battlefield. Grim Tutor. How powerful of a thing will they have next turn? That's a lot of Chatterstorms. We do get to put out a bunch of tokens on the next turn, actually. I think we go Chitterspitter still, and then it's Chatterstorm, Chatterstorm. Hopefully we have a 1-drop so we can just make like tons of tokens with Chatterfang. Nine lives. All right, so if they have that actually is annoying. Chitterspitter won't be able to get counters. Not that it matters as much here. Their life total went way low there. Man, I wish I could have haste with these guys. I think now we try to create a lot more tokens. Let's see here. So I can double Chatterstorm, or I can Chitterspitter and put a counter onto it. We get 1 token. I guess we Chatterstorm here. So Chatterfang will double up the copies. That means if they don't have the Solemnity here, we will be able to kill them with the 9 lives next turn. Board wipe would be really annoying. Unfortunately, everything was sorcery speed anyway. Oh yeah, Sterling Glove just lets him find the Solemnity. I was playing Masked Vandal as a changeling for a little bit to be able to destroy enchantments. I don't think we have any way to destroy enchantments now. And I think that we're done with we're done now. Like, we got to the 9 creatures to be able to get through in 9 lives, but I think now we're dead. So yeah, good game. We're done. Well, that is one thing too. We need to find ways to actually deal with all of the main decks you run into. At the same time though, there's no, like, the meta game for Historic will change so much here. It actually might be better to start playing best of 3 just because having sideboard cards is going to be so necessary soon. All right, no 2-drops again, but 3 lands and a bunch of good 3-drops, so we'll keep it. Scurry Oak is actually kind of interesting with the curve here. We can actually play out Chatterfang, put counters onto this, make a couple extra tokens. So I'm not sure if that's worth playing out before Chatterfang though, but whatever, we'll try it. It's a one of because it's fun. It's a lot of squirrels is good. All right, what are we up against here? Opponent's deciding if they want to keep their hand here. And they do. Lair, Squirrel. Pass the turn. So I'm running 23 lands in the deck, which so far has seemed to be about right. We have a lot of 3-drops, so we need to have at least 23 lands to get to 3 lands. Once we're at 3 lands, though, everything basically runs okay. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and play this out. Man, I really wish that was instant speed so we can respond to whatever else they cast. It would be too busted, I think, if it wasn't, but still. I wish. Thunderkin Awakener. Haste can get in for 1. Does not. Okay. Let's go Scurry Oak. Let's say no attacks past turn. Elementals is pretty scary. They go very wide if they have the Risen Reef on this turn. Tapped land, no Risen Reef, life gain. The 2 toughness is actually kind of annoying for us too. All right, Cemetery. Let's go Chatterfang. Make some extra dudes. Yeah, take action. We're going to attack in with all of these. So if they block, we get to kill the Thunderkin Awakener. All right, so yeah, I get in for the damage. I think that is this instant speed? Yeah, it is. All right, so pass the turn. There's Risen Reef. So that has to die ASAPly. All right, so sacrifice one. Yeah, Risen Reef has just got to go. So this is actually pretty nice. Anytime that we have black mana, we have the ability to kind of get rid of the Risen Reefs. Good stuff. So they should play a land here, maybe have something else to play, but at least they won't be getting another Risen Reef trigger. Yeah. Life gain is annoying. We need to start growing our dudes. That's a way to grow our dudes. All right, so Squirrel Sovereign, Chatterstorm. Not having the removal is a little bit annoying, but I think this is fine. Yeah, I think we just go full on aggro here. They can double block. I mean, that's a decent swing. Not having the removal held up with Chatterfang is a little bit annoying. We can do that next turn with Realmwalker. Down to 7. I mean, they have to have board wipe or death here. If we find another Squirrel Sovereign, chiss. We also just have Lair of Hydra to go a little bit wider. All right, I think that's game. All right, brings back the Risen Reef. Gets an elemental, so they can kind of go off here. If they just like string together a bunch of lands. All right, didn't get another land there. So you get to kill that. And bonus keeps. Sweet. Not too shabby. Up against Fur, and we'll keep this. We have a curve. Chitterspitter is pretty nice to get out on turn 3. And we'll have a token to be able to sacrifice to this. And it has to be a token. We can't sacrifice the Ravenous Squirrel. I do wonder if there's something better to be playing instead of the Chatterstorm. Chatterstorm is good, but like Prosperous Innkeeper might just be 100 times better. That's nice. All right, swing in. Pass the turn. Yeah, Verdant Command much, much better than Chatterstorm. 2 squirrel tokens is like 1000% better. Under their control, all right. All right, so some sort of combo deck. Gaining some life here will actually be pretty nice. Ooh, yeah, let's go ahead and shock ourselves. We don't need to, but I want to be able to get that out there. And no attacks, pass the turn. Soul Warden. Yeah, that'll be bad. I'm guessing this is like a pest deck. This is a little bit terrifying. Counter there, counter onto all the things, make things bigger. Bigger's good. Let's go. I think it's just Chitterspitter, make a token. Yeah, if they gain life, I think I'm willing to trade off with anything, so let's get in for damage. Pass the turn. All right, we can make 2 tokens a turn. Grim Tutor, that's terrifying. I don't actually know what combo they're going for here. There's a lot of new cards that I don't know. Yeah, I guess we sacrifice everything. We need both of these just to get really massive so that then everything will be big from here on out. Okay, so Squirrel Sanctuary. Sanctuary! Yeah, resolve. Chatterstorm. All right, so big enough board, we should be able to do quite a bit of stuff on the next turn. So attack in for 7. Soul Warden blocks, that's fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted there. Because we still have 2 more tokens to make. Dude, archives are massive now, and I like that. All right, do they have a combo here? I don't know if with 4 mana if they can combo off. They have good stuff. Oh, perpetually. Oh yeah, that's game. Yeah, so this is the perpetual combo. So if they have the perpetual, the way to give it, so this says whenever it leaves the battlefield, return target creature with power 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If they have the perpetual card here, then it will reduce its power to 1. Yep, here. So Davriel's Withering, target creature perpetually gets -1/-1. So let me go ahead and just activate this so we can see the combo in action here. So it targets itself because it now has power 1 or less, and it will always die immediately. And so as long as they have Corpse Knight or Cruel Celebrant on the battlefield with this, so yeah, 4 mana to get there is all that it takes, and then it goes infinite. So yeah, so good game. I want to see it go off for a little bit here. This is the deck I want to build tomorrow, and so I wanted to kind of see how this goes. But yeah, it goes off over and over and over again. You get to kill the opponent, and that's good stuff. So because I want to do this tomorrow, I'm not going to show it off too much more. We're going to build our own version of the deck to see how well it works. But basically, you just need something to either have it die to, like when it dies, get value, or Corpse Knight when it enters the battlefield, have it do damage, and then you can just loop the creature over and over and over again, and that wins the game. Good stuff. Up against for 7, and a beautiful curve here. Hopefully we find that 3rd land. Squirrel into Sovereign, into Chatterfang, into hopefully the 4th land with Chitterspitter and token making. Okay, Ravenous. This might be, is this actually the same person we just played against? I don't remember. It might be the same combo. I'm expecting this combo to be around a lot. It's the most likely combo to be banned, in my opinion, of everything, because it's cheap. It's a little bit too cheap. Another Soul Warden. Soul Wardens are pretty good against us, but hopefully it's fine. We have another one. I will say no blocks. Okay, come on, land. I believe in you, deck. All right, at least we get to lower the life total a little bit past the turn. All right, so it is the same combo. All right, so I mean, if they have it in hand, we're in lots of trouble. Otherwise, we have a chance here to get enough damage soon. Scheming Symmetry. All right, so yeah. So we can exile stuff from graveyard if we find the Verdant, whatever. We could find a land here, but we have a way to actually deal with this. And so we grab Verdant Command. Swing in with Ravenous Squirrel. And pass the turn. All right, so they should have the combo now. We have the Verdant Command to hopefully help us. So we can exile target creature from graveyard. So as it's targeting itself, we get the chance to exile it. So resolve. Vesper Lark. Sure. So Withering. So it's only a 3 mana combo. Wow. So it's a turn 3 win as long as you have a Corpse Knight or something else there. It's only 3 cards. It's so good. All right. Well, it's also somewhat susceptible to this. So target player and exile Vesper Lark. Exiled. It is now gone. That is the issue with Scheming Symmetry, is it gives the other person the answer right away. So they have tons of life gain still with Soul Warden, but we at least have a chance now. We need to find another Verdant one. And I think we just hold it up literally every time we can. Ah, come on, land. Really needed to land there. Whew. All right. Yeah, opponent scoops it up. That means they didn't have any of the other pieces in hand, luckily. So that's how you beat that deck. And that was pretty nice. All right, on the draw with slow lands. So mulligan, not keeping that one. And no one drops, but I actually like this. So let's drop one. Do I actually want to drop Chitterspitter? I think we dropped the Realmwalker. Realmwalker is amazing typically, but Chitterspitters are so good. Unfortunately, we're not going to have a... All right, I was really hoping we had one drop there to play some sort of token out. But that's fine. We have all the lords this time. Ooh, dinos. Haven't seen dinosaurs be played in a while. Is there any new stuff for dinos? I'm not actually sure. I don't know all of the Jumpstart historic stuff. Yeah, it's squirrel time. Fear me. Gives it haste, gets to swing in. They probably have the fight cards with this too. It's gonna be a little bit scurry. All right, we do want the Chitterspitter out right away. So go ahead and play that. We're just gonna have to take the damage next turn, swing in down to 18. Let's see how much damage this is. I don't think they're at Galta yet, but they are, they probably had that on the next turn. Squirrel Mob can be pretty awesome for us. Drover of the Mighty. All right, that's better than it could have been. Savage Stomp, that's worse than I was hoping for. Ripjaw with the plus and counter on it. Yeah, Savage Stomp is so good. It's the best fight spell if you have dinosaurs, especially with Ripjaw Raptor out. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to start blocking that as well. All right, a token. Tokens are good. I think we just want more green mana now. We have the one black source that we need. Squirrel Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Ravenous Squirrel. All right, I think we block it like this. We're actually going to block with a Ravenous Squirrel and then bring back this. Okay, yeah, that's... They did have the Galta. All right, and good game, sir. Dinos are still pretty sweet. Like, if you have that curve, it was a turn 5 win, which isn't like as fast as a lot of other stuff, but dinos are still somewhat cool. I like them. All right, so we played 7 games with the squirrels, and we won 3 of them. So not quite. That's kind of what I was expecting. This is a deck that squirrels in general, just by itself, full on the tribal, is going to be something that's closer to 40 to 45% win rate. I do think it's powerful enough to still keep around that area. But if you're wanting something that has a higher win rate, you're not playing tribal decks then most of the time, you know? So at least stuff without Muxus or whatever else. And so this deck is pretty fair, but there's a lot of power, a lot of value in this tribal deck, which is super fun. And so you can just over anyone that is playing a fair deck, we are going to be better than most of the time. Any unfair stuff, it's going to have issues with which unfortunately historic right now is a lot of unfair stuff. And so this deck is a blast to play. I had a blast playing. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.